Welcome to This Week in 23 Sports. My name is Eleanor Sheahan, and I am hosting with Brea Williams. We are going to catch you up on everything you need to know about Mizzou sports.
The last week was jam-packed with golf tournaments, invitationals, and end of regular season games over spring break. We're here to tell you all about it and more this week in 23 Sports.
Welcome to This Week in 23 Sports, your premier University of Missouri sports update show.
Many Mizzou students were on spring break last week. Mizzou sports continued. Over the break, Missouri's women's soccer had one of their longest games of the season. The Tigers faced the Kansas State Wildcats in a double overtime draw.
Missouri led 2-0 in the first half, but with the late momentum surge from Kansas State, the Wildcats tied Mizzou 3-3 and sent the game into overtime.
The Tigers and the Wildcats did not score in both the first and second overtimes. With no goals scored by either team in double overtime, the game was called a draw and Missouri tied 3-3 against Kansas State.
Wow. Missouri's game versus Notre Dame on April 2nd was canceled, so the Tigers' next match will be up against the KU Jayhawks this Saturday.
That's right. And speaking of the KU Jayhawks, on March 30th, Mizzou's baseball lost a close game against KU 10-9.
Following that loss, Missouri also played Texas A&M in a 3-game series. Missouri really struggled in the first game of the series, with Texas crushing them 16-2.
That's a tough loss, but luckily Mizzou was able to change things up and secure the Friday win 8-2 and the Saturday win 7-3. Missouri will start another 3-game series tomorrow versus South Carolina at home.
Wow, one spring sport that is absolutely dominated is Mizzou softball. The team is currently 28-7 overall and 6-3 in the SEC. The Tigers are on a 4-game winning streak after beating St. Louis 10-4 and sweeping the South Carolina Gamecocks in a 3-game series.
This softball team continues to impress and outplay almost every team they face.
Yes.
They are definitely a team to watch this season, and beginning on Friday at 6:30 p.m., Missouri softball will play LSU for the weekend-long series. This is a team you don't want to miss. More exciting recent news has been announced for Missouri's volleyball team. After having a very successful regular season, the Tigers earned their spot in the NCAA tournament.
Wow, they ended with a regular season record of 15-7. The Tigers also qualified for 3 of their players for all SEC team. Senior outside hitter Kylie DeBerg, transfer opposite hitter Anna Dixon, and setter Andre Fuentes all earned their spots on the SEC team.
Brea, that's right. These Tigers trio was absolutely a force to be reckoned with, and after each of the seasons they had personally, they definitely deserve to be named all SEC team.
Right. As for the NCAA Women's Volleyball Tournament, this is the 6th consecutive year that the Tigers have received a bid. This year, the tournament will be hosted in Omaha, Nebraska. The Tigers are set to play South Dakota for the first round next Wednesday. If the Tigers beat South Dakota, they will play number 9 seed Ohio State in second round on Thursday, April 15th.
That's right. Meanwhile, Mizzou's gymnastics wrapped up their season in the NCAA regional finals last Saturday. Mizzou posted another high season score of 49.325 on the floor, with each individual scoring a 9.8 or higher.
Wow.
Mizzou also ended the bars, beam, and vault with scores over 49 points. Overall, the Tigers placed 4th as a total team and with a score of 196.55.
Individually, however, both junior Hannah McCray and freshman Sydney Schaefer both qualified for the 2021 NCAA Women's Gymnastics Championships. Due to their outstanding performances in the regional finals, these two were able to compete at the first semifinal session next Friday.
Men's golf hosted their home MU Tiger Invitational Tournament on Monday and Tuesday. Missouri finished in first place with a 25 under par. This was one of the best performances by the Tigers this season.
Wow. Missouri swept all the invitational title, and all 5 Tigers finished in the top 25. This win was head coach Mark Lewick's 50th career tournament win.
Mizzou's Ross Steelman was named SEC Newcomer of the Week after he shot 6 birdies and 6 under par in the final round. This was a huge weekend for Mizzou golf.
This was the last tournament for men's golf in the regular season. The Tigers will participate in the SEC Conference Championship on April 21st in Sea Island, Georgia. Meanwhile, the women's golf traveled to North Texas for the Brea tournament to end regular season play. The Tigers gained 8th overall in the tournament, with veteran Jess Young finishing a T5 after shooting 5 birdies with her first 9 holes.
This tournament is the best score of the spring season for the women's golf as they get prepared for the SEC Championship on April 15th in Hoover, Alabama.
Continuing the hot outdoor sports, Mizzou's track and field competed in both Texas and Raleigh relays on Saturday, March 25th to 27th. Sophomore Georgie Nashev notched a win in the men's triple jump with a leap of 16.29 meters, making it the farthest jump at Mizzou since 1984. Georgie is now ranked number 2 in the program and 4th best in the nation.
These 3 Tigers that moved up in the program's record book is junior Ariana Fisher with a triple jump of 13.10 meters. Sophomore Mara Halsinger finished second within the field with a jump from 13.04 meters. Lastly, senior Chris Conrad got 3rd place in the men's 800-meter race with a time of 1 minute and 48.19 seconds, setting a new personal best from 2018.
Congratulations to those Tigers who added more milestones in the PR book. Overall, great weekend for them. Our last and final sport over the weekend was tennis. Mizzou tennis hosted Alabama in a close match score of 4-3.
The Tigers tied the Crimson Tide with a single matches, allowing the doubles to be the deciding factor of the match. Unfortunately, the Crimson Tide won on courts 2 and 3, but without the stop play on court 1, seniors Serena Nash and Marta Olivria were 5 and 2 on gameplay. The Tigers continue to play against Auburn on Sunday.
The senior day for Mizzou didn't end as well as they dropped to number 17 Auburn 4-1. Seniors Sierra Nash, Gabriella Golden, and Kat Rosenberger were honored before the game. The Tigers then went on to their last travel games of the season, but still couldn't pull through as they lost first on their road match to Georgia on April 2nd, 4-0.
The ladies finally ended their spring break play with another match against Tennessee April 4th, only to fall short with a 4-0 loss. The Lady Tigers are set to play Texas A&M on April 8th at 5 p.m.
Overall, it was a super exciting week for the Tigers. More soccer, baseball, softball, volleyball, and more are coming up this week. Make sure you tune in and support your Tigers.
That's right, and join us back here next Thursday for more of This Week in 23 Sports. I'm Eleanor Sheahan.
And I'm Brea Williams. Have a great weekend.